Well, good evening, basketball fans, and welcome here to the BCL Asia, the highest level of basketball here in the continent of Asia, as we're live in Dubai City at the Sheikh Zayed bin Maktoum Sports Hall. Well, this is going to be an epic encounter between two teams, the champions of the Korean Basketball League, KCC Egis, and the champions of the Japanese B League, Hiroshima Dragonflies. Well, no doubt, of course, it's going to be a very contested contest between two powerhouses of the East Asian region. And, of course, these two teams, they will be hungry for success today. Hiroshima Dragonflies got off to a very good start with a big victory against Pelita Jaya, while KCC Egis, well, they had a very tough encounter against the team from Iran, Gordogan. And today could be a very, very different encounter. Well, hello and welcome. This is game day 2 of the BCL Asia Group B fixtures coming up. The later game on after this one will be between Pelita Jaya of Indonesia against Shadadi Gordogan. And of course, later on, you will see the Matrix. They will be taking on Ali Al-Shabaab. Well, there are your standings currently here in Group B. Gordogan going top of the group with a big victory against KCC Egis. Hiroshima Dragonflies win against Pelita Jaya means they will take second position. Well, if you are just joining us, yesterday we saw very, very exciting encounters, of course. The final game of the day, Al Riyadi with a very emphatic victory against the likes of the champions of the CBA, the Chinese Basketball Association, Liaoning Flying Leopards. Our three referees tonight, Raba Nuajim, Yevgeny Mikheyev, and Chun Yip-Yuen, coming from Hong Kong, China, Kazakhstan, and Lebanon. Well, the atmosphere here today will be very contested. Fans, of course, making the journey from beautiful Nippon, Japan, and as well as making the journey from the other beautiful country, Korea. Dragonflies head coach Kyle Milling, well, his team, they had a very strong journey on the way to the B-League playoffs. In the semifinals, they had to take on the Goya Diamond Dolphins in a very exciting 3-game series. But in the finals, after going down in game 1 against defending champions Ryukyu Golden Kings, they found a way back, they persevered, and they were able to take home the championship, becoming the 5th team in B-League history to ever win a championship. Well, there are your starting lineups for KCC Egis, as now we get set to introduce their players for today's game. Well, the players you want to look out for, the likes of number 12, Dion Thompson, of course, the American who also plays for the Ivory Coast. You've probably seen him feature for Cote d'Ivoire in various FIBA, Afro-Basket, and World Cup qualifiers. Well, there's Dion Thompson. Now, he has played against Hiroshima Dragonflies last season. Thompson was a member of Shinshu Brave Warriors. They did get relegated from the B-League, but in the 2 games he played against Hiroshima, he struggled with only 12 points between 2 games. Starting lineups, Kerry Blackshear Jr., the man who played at the University of Florida. He will be partnered by Dwayne Evans. Both Evans and Blackshear, they have played in the BCL, but that was in the Basketball Champions League of Europe, and now they become one of few players who have played in both BCL factions of both Europe and now Asia. Well, players are now shaking hands with each other, getting ready for what is going to be a very exciting matchup. Both countries, very proud basketball culture and very historic, beautiful history of the game, of course. Well, we're just now under 6 minutes away here from tip-off. You got to wonder, KCC Egis in their tough game against Gordogan yesterday, they actually played a 3-2 zone defense throughout the entirety of the second half. Will we see the same defense today? Hiroshima Dragonflies will be flying with confidence after their big victory against Pelita Jaya. Well, the one thing that separates these two teams, KCC Egis, they have to ensure defensively they prevent Hiroshima from making 17 3-point field goals. Head coach of KCC, Chang Jin-chun, who was the national team head coach of Korea, of course knows his team need to bounce back, and they need to bounce back very quickly. Head coach Kyle Milling was once a former professional player in both France and Japan. In 2017, he was coaching Limoges, one of the most historic teams in French basketball. But now for the past 3 seasons, he's led this team, Hiroshima. He took them to the promised land, and he made them the 5th ever Japanese B-League champion. The technical team, of course, getting ready for a very exciting matchup. And you just got to wonder what kind of response we're going to see from KCC Egis. A team, of course, who won the KBL championship in 5 games, winning 4-1 against Sunwon. Of course, representing some fine players. We've talked about the import players, but also you got to look out for Choi Jun-young, man who has featured for the Korean national team at various FIBA Asia Cups and FIBA Basketball World Cups. But he's going to have a big game here tonight. He's predominantly a point forward, but they need him to be very much a bigger scorer today. The scoring faction needs to be evenly distributed for KCC Egis, but defensively, they've got to figure out how to make it very tough for the Hiroshima Dragonflies from the three-point line. Well, the tempo, it will be an exciting one here today, that's for sure. And again, if you are just joining us for the BCL Asia, please, basketball fans, make sure you give this live stream a like. And also, can you also follow the BCL Asia on all social media platforms? If you want to follow the best content that happens both on and off the court here at the BCL Asia, follow us on Instagram at BCL Asia. Well, the rise of Japanese basketball has been monumental. Dwayne Evans, prior to coming to Japan, he was playing in Germany as well as Italy for the clubs MRP Riesen-Ludwigsburg and Dinamo Sassari. Again, we have a look at our three officials, and we're very proud to say that we have three of the very finest referees in world basketball. And our FIBA referees, they have done an excellent job in all of our competitions, and they will continue to do so here tonight. Our referee from Lebanon, Rabah Nur Jaim. From Kazakhstan, we have Yevgeny Mikheyev. And of course, from Hong Kong, China, we have Chun Yup Yuan. Well, it's been great to see fans making the journey, of course, from the respective beautiful countries of both Japan and Korea. But today, the Korean fans, they'll be expecting a big monumental response from KCC Egis. They've got to make sure they come out with guns flying here today. And of course, Choi Young-jun, he's got to be the leader in the backcourt. Of course, Alfonso McKinney along with Dion Thompson. But let's now listen in to what the coach has to say. 1, 2, 3. Well, we'd like to again welcome all of our live viewers who are watching on the FIBA platform for this BCL Asia matchup between the Hiroshima Dragonflies and, of course, KCC Egis. And, of course, to all of our fans currently watching in Japan, well, konnichiwa, konbanwa, maybe ohayo gozaimasu, wherever you are watching in the world. Irashimase, welcome to everyone. And to all of our fans in Korea, annyeonghaseyo, Neiderman Josh Bed, welcome. BCL Asia matchup between the Hiroshima Dragonflies and KCC Egis. Well, one area the Koreans did struggle with yesterday, of course, was their transition defense. I mean, they committed one too many turnovers. A team throughout the Korean Basketball League in their championship run-up, they only average 9 turnovers per game. But at halftime yesterday, they had 13. And the issue they had even more was Gorgan, the powerhouse from Iran. They were able to convert every turnover into fast break points. So they must find a way, of course, to try and prevent those mistakes in the backcourt. But if they do make those mistakes, transition defense has got to come into effect. Well, Kerry Blackshear Jr. will jump this one with Dion Thompson. We are now moments away from tip-off. And again, konnichiwa to all the fans in Japan. Irashimase, annyeonghaseyo to all the fans in Korea. Manaseyo, pangawayo. Let's get this one started. Well, tempo will be monumental. It won't be Dragonflies who get the first possession. Well, Takuto Nakamura, of course, has been one of their key players so far this season. Thompson putting his hand in the passing lane now. He's got an opening run here. Thompson's going to go. He's going to finish this one. Now remember, Deon Thompson, when he played for Shinshu Brave Warriors, in 2 games he played against the Dragonflies, only had 12 points. Tonight he's going to have to play big. Yamazaki throwing it down low to Evans. Evans got it by Choi, trying to go in for a little post move. Doesn't get the quite drop on it. KCC Egis, tempo's got to be quick here at the beginning. They've got to make sure they push the tempo. Well, it's going to be a traveling violation. Well, Heo just took 1 too many steps when he picked up his dribble. Well, this is what we talked about yesterday with KCC Egis. They've got to prevent these turnovers. Well, Heo, usually a very reliable backcourt player. Nakamura left space. Heo doesn't want to let him take the three-pointer. Blackshear going handoff with Nakamura. There's the pump fake now. Tries to go inside the lane. Bumps, puts up the shot, and that's no problem for the former University of Florida player. Kerry Blackshear Jr. in his 2nd season already here with the Dragonflies. Nice take inside the key. KCC Egis trying to get into a half-court set. Choi coming off 1 screen. Now pulls up for 3. Made 1 yesterday. He's unable to connect. That's what Dragonflies like to play quick. Evans turns it over well. Defense anticipated the bounce pass coming. Now Choi goes in, Eurostep all the way, puts up a floater. Well, he went that one up in the sky, and it came down with a bit of snow on that. Evans trying to go back door, but Jung-Young Choi is going to get called for the foul, and that's an interesting defensive matchup. Especially yesterday when they played a very high 3-2 zone defense. Jung-Young Choi was actually the top center player, and he's a point forward, but again, they're giving him the responsibility of defensively matching up with Dwayne Evans. Nakamura coming off 1 screen. Finds Blackshear. This is good passing from the Dragonflies. Now they get a wide open for the mid-range. That's beautifully tucked away. Well, Keijiro Mitani had a bit of time and space. Both teams locked in at 4 apiece here in the 1st quarter. Choi picks up his dribble, gets away with a carrying violation. Now splits the defense, fakes the pass. What a move. Well, Thompson's got to shoot this one. Well, Choi's got good handles, but he was unable to convert. Evans looking for the ISO, bumps, puts up the circus shot, and that's going to be 2 fouls against Jung-Young Choi. So KCC Egis may need to make a change early because offensively their best player now has picked up 2. And that's a tough defensive duty for Jung-Young Choi. Dwayne Evans, originally from Bolingbrook, Illinois, went to St. Louis University, started his pro career in 2015 in Germany. Now he spent 3 seasons playing in Germany. He also played in the Final 4 of the Basketball Champions League in Europe. 1 season, of course, playing in Italy. Then he went to the Ruku Golden Kings in 2020. KCC Egis trying to break down the full court pressure. Choi crosses over, turns it over. Now it's a 4-on-1 for the Dragonflies behind the back. Here we go. Oh, showtime. Dragonflies basketball. I want to see the replay of the through the legs dime. Well, these just need to get something going. Thompson had his struggles against the Dragonflies. Foul has been called, so 2 free throws coming up. Well, it will be Lee Sung-hyun going to the free throw line. Well, it's just wide open inside the key. Kerry Blackshear Jr. caught between 2 players. And in the end, Lee Sung-hyun was left wide open. Well, he's originally from Gumisi, South Korea. He's featured various times for the Korean national team at various FIBA Asia Cup and World Cup qualifiers. Started his pro career in 2014 with the Goyang Orions. Dragonflies leading by 1 point. Blackshear trying to go for the pump fake. Evans coming off one screen now, looking to take on the front iron, but an offensive rebound, and Kerry Blackshear didn't realize how wide open he was. It's Nakamura now, fakes the pass, puts up a floater. No avail now. Can Deon Thompson get something in transition? Well, Thompson surely is going to get called for an offensive foul. Well, Deon Thompson just sent an elbow right to the face of Dwayne Evans, and that was clear as daylight. Well, Thompson's got to finish this one. I mean, size, he should be able to post up right there. I mean, he's not gone with any malicious intent on that play. It's surely with the elbows, but he's got to use his body more effectively. Thompson's one of the best big men you're going to find playing in Korea. Evans goes in, gets rejected. Well, Choi with the block. And now KCC going for a three. Now they retake the lead by 2 points. Well, the three tucked away beautifully by Heo. Had a hand in his face, and that is a lot more difficult than it looks. Dragonflies again trying to get into a rhythm. You can see here KCC not allowing them to have any wide open looks from the three-point line. Trying to go for another teardrop. Kerry Blackshear goes in with a follow-up, and Choi doesn't even go for a box out. And now we're all locked in at 9 apiece. Just over 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Patient build-up here from KCC Egis. Heo made his last three. Rims in and out, doesn't connect. Dragonflies looking to retake the lead. Oh, nice dime, but it gets intercepted. Save from going out of bounds, and now KCC don't look to push. Choi hesitates, finds Lee Sun-young, mid-range is up, and he easily nails that one, nothing but net. Well, that's the Korean national team combo between Choi and Lee Sun-young. Well, Nakamura, he'll go for the mid-range. Kerry Blackshear, another offensive rebound, and well, you can see here Choi playing power forward is going to cause some problems defensively for KCC, because that is now the third offensive rebound and second putback here for Kerry Blackshear. Well, another turnover now. Evans looking to push. Evans going coast to coast, bit of contact, but no problem for Dwayne Evans. Evans-san. Hayokushite, as they would say in Japanese. Well, that's going to remain KCC ball due to the deflection. Kerry Blackshear. Change coming now in for the Dragonflies. Well, Chile's coming into the game. The Japanese fans know him as Kawata-san. Well, good minute so far here from Kerry Blackshear. The offensive rebounding, second chance points, proven to be a difference between these two teams. Hale's made 1-3, tries another one. This guy right now feeling the confidence. He's got to play like this if KCC are going to leave with a victory today. Second three of the game for Heo, excuse me. Evans tries to go for the dime, turns it over. 4-on-1 for KCC, behind the back finds. Well, the foul's going to be called, and that was going to be one hell of a play. Well, Deon Thompson's going to go to the free throw line. Looks like we're going to have another substitution, so checking into the game for Hiroshima. And leaving the game at the moment is going to be Keijiro Mitane. So now subbing in for the Dragonflies, Toshiki Kamisawa, who was on fire yesterday. Interestingly, hasn't started here today, but if it's one thing the KCC's defense needs to know is that this man, given time and space, he can light the arena up with his three-point shooting. As Thompson missed the first free throw. Well, when you talk about a very experienced player, I mean, he was an NCAA champion with the University of North Carolina. I mean, where has this man not been a primetime professional? He's played for some of the biggest clubs in Europe. Last season was a member of the Shinshu Brave Warriors, who unfortunately, many Japanese fans will know they got relegated from the B-League, where he was playing for head coach Michael Katsuhisa. And hopefully they'll get promoted back. Chilly bit of contact, goes in. Too big, too strong, and simply just too good. Kawata-san. Well, you might need a double or triple team against Chile Nafawe. Choi looking to penetrate. Makes a bump, goes to mid-range, and that's where he's going to be effective. The high release, the length, 15 feet. It's always going to be automatic when it comes to Choi. KCC want to make sure they get those good looks with him. Evans looking for the ISO. Evans penetrates, just gets to the bucket. Well, Choi's got 2 fouls. He can't afford to pick up a third one. And if he's going to match up with Evans, he's going to need a little bit of help, I think. But now Lee Sun-young wide open. Rejection time. Kawata-san said sayonara. And here comes Evans, finds Kamisawa. 3 is up, 3 is good. Sugoi. Well, defense leads into transition 3-pointers. And that is why they're champions of the B-League. Choi now going for that mid-range. Makes a nice pass, finds Thompson, but he misses the wide open layup. But that's good execution by KCC. They've got to keep on going. Another 3 goes up, and now Evans sinks it. Now Dragonflies picking up right where they left off yesterday against Pelita Jaya. Well, Lee battling for rebounds. Lee Sun-young is going to draw the foul. I think this one's going to be against Wayne Evans. Well, change coming in again for the Dragonflies and for KCC Egis. Both teams going to their benches quite often here. Kane Roberts checking into the game now for the first time. While Song Kyo-jang, number 55 for KCC Egis, also coming into the game along with Lee Gun-hui. Choi left wide open for 3. Can't connect. Another offensive rebound. Trying to go baseline. This is good ball move for KCC, but they need something. Choi going for 15. This is where he's connected, but he's unable to get it. Roberts finds Evans. Evans Euro step. Finds Yamazaki. He'll fire a 3. This one's up, and it's good. Third 3 of the game for the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Now it's a 9-point ball game. Well, Hale trying to go for another one. Kane Roberts secures a loose ball. Dragonflies want to push. Trying to go for that double-digit lead. Roberts off the screen. Kawata-san goes in, and one more time. This guy simply is unstoppable. Timeout's going to be called by KCC Egis because they got a problem. The 3-pointers are flying in for the Dragonflies, and now Kawata-san has come into the game. Well, of course, welcome to all of our fans watching on the FIBA Live platform. Please make sure you give this live YouTube stream a like. lineup. They're going to bring Kerry Blackshear into the game along with Kawata-san. Oh, another turnover. KCC just at the moment choking under a bit of pressure. They've got to try and make sure they prevent those turnovers, because now Dragonflies. Another three goes up, and again, this guy will be automatic. Well, you've got to prevent him from making those three-point shots. $14-point lead. Choi trying to go pick and roll, turns it over again. Well, here comes Kane Roberts. He's going to finish this one. Transition right at the end of the first quarter. Sugoi. Time was winding down. But again, Roberts, speed of light, supersonic mode. Well, again, that is the end of the first quarter, and the Dragonflies, it took a bit of time for them to get into the game, but KCC Egis, it's the same problem as yesterday. Every turnover quickly leads into a transition bucket. Well, statistically, you can already see the Dragonflies 100% from the three-point line. KCC with only 2 out of 6. But it's the field goals from inside the paint. The offensive rebounds coming from Kerry Blackshear, but also Chili Nafawe, or as the Japanese fans know him as Kawata-san. Well, he's simply been unstoppable. Well, again, glad to see currently we have just under 14,000 people watching this game live. BCL Asia matchup, game day 2 here between Hiroshima Dragonflies and KCC Egis. Well, if you are watching this game, please let us know, which team are you supporting? Are you supporting the Dragonflies, or are you supporting KCC Egis? Well, here are some of the top replays, and what looked like it was going to be a very competitive game. Dion Thompson getting the first steal and bucket. Here was the man who led the way early on for the Dragonflies, Kerry Blackshear, but Choi Jung-young, of course, I mean, that is a beautiful finger roll, as we call it. That's like George Gervin in a KCC Egis jersey. Second quarter will commence momentarily, and it will indeed be KCC Egis who will have the first possession. Well, if you think about their run to winning the KBL championship this year in the Korean Basketball League, it started with them against the SK Seoul Knights, where they swept, and then they took on the Wonju Dibroni, which was a bit more exciting series. There's a pump fake. This is going to be another three, no good, but there you can see a rebound come from Lee Sun-hyung, and that's going to remain KCC Egis, but Chili Nafawe is trying to say that it did not take the last touch off of him. Fresh 14 on the shot clock. Trying to break down the defense. Song finds Lee. Hesitates on the three-pointer. Lee now goes to the mid-range. He's unable to get this. Well, very indecisive offense from KCC. Roberts getting a handoff. Time winding down here on the shot clock. Dragonflies, they've got to make something happen. Roberts goes for 3, and that's just a little too short. KCC Egis trying to break here quickly. Dion Thompson fires a 3, doesn't take many of those. But Lee Sun-hyung battling for offensive rebounds. Throws a tough pass inside the key to Dion Thompson. Foul's going to be called. I'm not sure if they've called this on Kamisawa or if they've called this one against Kerry Blackshear. Well, that one's on Kerry Blackshear. That's going to be his first personal foul of the game. Here on the shot clock. Song trying to penetrate, finds Lee. Got it heavily. Chili coming over the double team. Suffocated defense. 1.2 seconds left on the shot clock. It's going to be KCC Egis ball. Well, they've got to get it inbound, and they've got to try and get something quick. Not a lot of time left. Well, they go for the fadeaway three. The three is up, no good. Now Dragonflies trying to push. Kamisawa finds Roberts, goes in, finishes coast to coast. And again, you see the Showtime Hiroshima basketball. Well, it's now an 18-point ball game. Lee Sun-young, he's been effective from the mid-range, on target, but he's unable to make it. Now Kamisawa, so far 2 threes, finds Roberts on the pick and roll, but he gets rejected. Thompson with the block. But another turnover for KCC Egis. Now they got numbers. Roberts finds Blackshear. Well, Blackshear hesitates. That's going to be a travel. And that's the right call. Well, Jun-Young Choi is going to come back in for KCC, and that's probably to give them just a little bit more on their offense. Well, they need to find ways to score. Now, this should be a mismatch, but Kane Roberts is going to stand his ground. Going for another three in the corner. This one's up, no good. Foul's going to be called. Well, that's going to be a tough challenge tonight for KCC Egis to try and win the rebound battle. One thing they cannot afford, though, is Jung Chang-yong is going to get called for the foul. Blackshear going handoff. Mitani looking to throw down low. Well, they've called an offensive foul against Chile Nafawe. So Kawata-san's going to get called for the foul. Well, he's picked up his second personal. He's going to go to the bench, take a breather. So Dwayne Evans is going to come in. Which means now Kerry Blackshear will play the center role. They'll probably go with a small ball lineup. And Evans will play power forward. Another turnover. Kamisawa with the interception and the passing at the moment. It's lacking a little bit of fire here from KCC. Kamisawa finds Evans straight off the bench. Evans, well, that goes into the VIP section. Well, we've had a few VIP fans trying to shoot some three-pointers, but unfortunately, they can't suit up for the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Still an 18-point ball game. Under 7 minutes to go here in the first half. Down low to Choi. Double team coming. Well, Lee was wide open in the corner, but they don't go to him. Thompson trying to follow in, and just like he did in 2 games this season when he played for Shinshu Brave Warriors. Blackshear just going all the way. Nobody stopping him in his tracks. Well, that's the kind of defense that will infuriate you as a head coach. It's 20-point lead at the moment for Hiroshima. Choi now pulls up in the mid-range. That one's a little too short. Now Kamisawa, he's been on fire. He remains on fire. Well, get your umbrellas out. Kamisawa-kun. He's lighted up from the three-point line. Well, Thompson with the nice move, and he's got to be more aggressive. Dion Thompson's got to demand the ball because not many players we saw last season in the B League can defend Dion Thompson one-on-one in the post. But he needs a bit of help right now. Mitani going baseline. Defended by Choi. 5:30 to go here. Kamisawa finding Dwayne Evans. 4 seconds now. Evans goes for a step back. That one's way off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. Well, change coming in as Ricky Takeuchi comes into the game. And Kane Roberts, you got to love what this young man brings to this team. Kane Roberts, definitely a bright future prospect. Choi finding the lead. KCC just need to build some more momentum. That's a nice penetration going off the backboard. Now it's a 4-0 run for KCC Egis. Possession by possession, they've got to build their confidence. Try to assert their dominance in this game on both ends of the floor. Dragonflies meticulously trying to build an offense. Mitani looking for space. Nowhere to go here. Finds Kerry Blackshear. That's going to be a 24-second violation. Three-pointer won't count there for Blackshear. Well, they still lead by 19 points. Not too much concern, of course, for Kyle Milling. The champions of the Japanese B-League. What an exciting series it was to see them defeat the Ryukyu Golden Kings. Now Thompson with the follow-up. Now it's a 6-0 run officially here for KCC Egis. That's how Thompson's got to play here tonight. Evans going in with a hook shot, can't get it. Thompson secures a rebound. Choi looking to run the fast break, but again, just too slow here in transition. Lead down to Thompson. Now they go for another three. This one's up. Gets the ab one. Kamsam Hamida. He's going to the free throw line for the 4-point play. Well, again, he caught the ball at a tough angle. Right here. Closeout landed right. Well, stepped into the landing space. And Young Asayo. Change coming in now for Hiroshima Dragonflies. So Ryo Yamazaki's come into the game. Interesting to see how the Hiroshima Dragonflies, they've won the B-League championship without one of their key best players. Many Japanese fans will know him, Ryo Terashima. And even without Terashima, I mean, this team is looking very good. Takuto Nakamura, Kamisawa. I mean, this is a Hiroshima dream team. Good hands on defense. 7 left on the shot clock. Well, it does go out of bounds. So baseline possession coming up now for Dragonflies. They got to be quick. Nakamura's got to get it inbound. Thompson with a hand, the passing lane. Comes up with it now. Someone's got to run with him. Nobody getting ahead. 13-point lead at the moment. Choi looking for the ISO. Thompson wants in the post. Good defense by Dwayne Evans. That's going to be a traveling violation. Well, costly error there for KCC Egis just when they were building that run. Well, Evans down the middle, goes in, gets the ab one. While Dwayne Evans went in with a crossover and he just sliced up the defense. And that's going to be a third foul against Choi. Well, it's one thing Dwayne Evans is infamous for. It's the finger roll. Looking like George Gervin in a Hiroshima Dragonflies jersey. Three-point play converted by Dwayne Evans. Back to a 16-point ball game. Over 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Choi now looking for an ISO. Inside the key, can't get it. Struggling here offensively. Now here comes Evans. Evans hesitates. Well, now Evans will try a three. That's just too short off the front iron. Well, the goal for KCC Egis, they got to try and get it to 10 points before halftime. Now, did Lee have it? That's going to be a two-pointer. He had his foot on the line. But every little counts here at the moment. Nakamura pick and pop here with Blackshear. He'll fire the three. That's a little too strong. And now KCC trying to push this. Here comes Choi, finds a pass, goes up, and again, nice little transition by KCC Egis. Well, the 4-0 run has now made Kyle Milling call timeout. This team led by plus 20, and now they only lead by 12. Well, nice pass. Prime time dime coming from Choi. Finding Dion Thompson. Well, welcome back, basketball fans. This is game day 2 of the BCL Asia. The Basketball Champions League has finally arrived on the continent. It began in 2016 in Europe, and then it extended to the Americas. And finally, we're now witnessing the greatest teams from every great domestic professional basketball league across the continent. Right now, we have the champions of the Korean Basketball League, KCC Egis, against the champions of the Japanese B-League, Hiroshima Dragonflies. Well, if you are watching, please can you hit that like button on this live stream and subscribe to FIBA on YouTube. Also, make sure you follow BCL Asia on Instagram. Millie called the timeout. Dragonflies trying to find the offense now. Choi's got 3 fouls. Good defense. Well, actually, another offensive rebound. Yamazaki goes baseline. Oh, draws a foul against Dion Thompson. So Yamazaki will go to the free throw line. Thompson just slight little touch. Well, you could argue that he did have to give the foul away because it would have been a wide open layup for Yamazaki. Well, Yamazaki has been a key player in the run-up to their championship so far this season. Again, a very familiar player. I mean, what's been interesting, and I've got to give credit to Kyle Milling and his players, when they lost Rio Hiroshima in the build-up to the B-League playoffs, many would have doubted their chances to go to the finals. But these players, Kamisawa, Nakamura, I mean, they've all played their part, and they've all stepped up big time as Kerry Blackshear picks up another foul. Sideline ball here to beat KCC Egis. Well, now another foul. This one's going to be against Takuto Nakamura. Well, this is good for KCC Egis because now they are in the penalty. Any more fouls and they'll go straight to the free throw line. They've got to try and force the issue as much as possible. Well, Jung Chang Young currently at the free throw line. Veteran player, 36 years of age. Stands at 193 centimeters. Well, the key for him today is got to make sure he frees himself. I mean, he's the kind of player that likes to break down any defense, but perimeter shooting is something he's got to improve in this tournament if they're going to come out with more victories. Both Dion Thompson, Jung Young Choi, they're going to need a bit more assistance in the scoring tonight. But it's only a 13-point ball game. Kamisawa penetrates. Another kick out. Finds Nakamura. Time winded down. Blackshear's got to take this one. Picketh, Popeth, maketh the three-pointer. Well, Nanji desu ka? Ima Nanji. It is Hiroshima Dragonflies. Three-point time. Well, just when you think you've defended the Dragonflies, they just seem to come out with something. Thompson going away from the bucket. He's unable to get it. Choi tips it out of bounds, and that will go back to Hiroshima. Potential 2-for-1 coming here for the Dragonflies. If they go quickly and they get a stop down the other end, they could get the final shot here of the first half. Now they go for another three. Three is up, and again, same result. This team, it's not just about making the three-pointers, it's the execution. They seem to always develop a high percentage look, and there you go. 2-for-1 is on the cards. Now they can go for the final possession with 21.1 seconds left here in the first half. Nakamura, heavily defended. He draws a foul. That's only going to be the fourth team foul against KCC. Well, they don't want to commit another one and send the Dragonflies to the free throw line. Well, they got to go quick here. Nakamura with the ball in his hands. He's got to think about shooting it. Now he takes a three. The three is up, and again, arigato gozaimasu. Ayasu minasai. Takuto Nakamura. This man has come ready to play. Well, they just gave him an invitation to take the final three-pointer, and now indeed, it's a 22-point ball game. I'll ask the question again to all the fans in Japan. Nanji desu ka? Well, it is Dragonflies three-point time. Well, there are statistics. 73% from the perimeter. They're shooting 8 out of 11, and they're winning the rebound count 18-14 as well. Well, the story of the game has been the same result. Dragonflies, they just control the tempo. Blackshear currently leading all scorers with 13, but it's been his offensive rebounding that's been the difference. Thompson leading with 9. But for Deon Thompson, that's the most amount of points he's ever scored against the Dragonflies, even when he played for the Shinshu Brave Warriors in the B-League. Well, Kerry Blackshear led the way early on for the Dragonflies, and again, he's feeling the confidence, and it is terrifying how great he can be. Well, Jungyoung Choi, he's got to step up. He started well here for KCC, and Heo made 2 threes, but they've got to believe in themselves. They can't throw in the towel now. The champions of the Korean Basketball League. What a buildup it was for them in the KBL to win their championship and to earn the right to be here in the BCL Asia. Well, Chili Nafawe came in the game, and again, you could already see just how tough he became to defend. But Kaomi Sawa-san, well, lighting it up as usual. He was great from the perimeter yesterday. Kane Roberts getting the final bucket of the first quarter. Kane Roberts just a little bit more hungry than everybody else here in the backcourt. He wants it more. Well, they set the tempo early against Palita Jaya, and now they're picking up right where they left off here against KCC Egis. Well, that is the kind of defense you can see that's going to make every coach frustrated. But Kamisawa coming off a screen. Well, you could have Ruichi Kishimoto on your team, or you could have Kamisawa, but it doesn't matter because both players will light it up from the perimeter. Well, that one was a long two-pointer coming from Lee in the corner. But they've got to find ways to believe. Choi finding Thompson. Thompson finishing off. He's got to be aggressive. Thompson's one of the best centers in Asia. But there was the pick and pop situation along with Kerry Blackshear. That was his first three-pointer of the game. But Takuto Nakamura, again, final three of the game. Basketball fans, we will be back in 12 minutes. It is now a 22-point lead to the champions of the B-League, the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Welcome back, basketball fans. Second half about to get underway here between Hiroshima Dragonflies and KCC Egis in game day 2 of the Basketball Champions League of Asia. Well, of course, we have the champions of the Japanese B-League against the champions of the Korean Basketball League. And at the moment, it's a 22-point lead to the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Well, KCC Egis, they've got to find ways to get into the game, and they've got to find effective ways to try and prevent the three-point shooting coming from the Dragonflies. Well, Hiroshima, they've come out like a house on fire, but they have been simply unstoppable. And give a lot of credit to head coach Kyle Milling. He has done a great job of putting this team together and making sure that they effectively play well. I mean, their road to the B-League Championship was phenomenal. Go to the semifinals, they had to take on the Nagoya Diamond Dolphins, who featured some great Japanese talent such as Yutaro Suda. Of course, not to mention many Gilas Filipinas fans will know Bobby Ray Parks Jr. But in the end, they persevered. They made it to the finals. And in game 1, although they lost to the defending champions Ryukyu Golden Kings, the Dragonflies came out in game 2 with a bang, and they became the 5th team in Japanese B-League basketball history to lift the B-League championship. Well, welcome everybody. This is game day 2. We're live in beautiful Dubai City at the Sheikh Saeed bin Maktoum Sports Hall. Again, more games coming up over the next few days as we get to finally see who is the greatest basketball team across the continent of Asia. The Basketball Champions League, the project started in Europe back in 2016. Then it went to the Americas, and finally now it's landed here in Asia, where the best teams across the West, the Gulf, and the East will all compete to lift the final championship. Well, Dragonflies coming out with Nakamura along with Kerry Blackshear. Yanazaki hand his face three-pointer. That one's off the mark. Well, Dion Thompson along in the starting lineup with Jung-Young Choi. Sun Hyung Lee doesn't take many three-pointers, but now he will, and that's a little too short. Well, Mitani was wide open, but they didn't get the ball to him. Evans trying to find Blackshear, but Dion Thompson's recovery prevents him from having a wide open look. Dragonflies leading by 22. Takes deflection. It's going to be a turnover. Good defense by KCC Egis. This is where they've got to build their momentum. It's got to start on the defensive end. If you're accustomed to watching Korean basketball, whether it's the national team, whether it's Anyang KGC or SK Seoul Knights, Korean basketball is always predicated for how well organized the defense is. Choi trying to ISO. Has to kick out to Thompson. He's tried 1-3 tonight. Now he makes it. Well, Dion Thompson now officially, well, the most points he ever scored against Hiroshima Dragonflies when he played for the Shinshu Brave Warriors last season. Oh, what a move. Nakamura just kept it in his right hand. Lee finds Thompson, almost fumbles it. Now finds Choi, goes for a Hail Mary three, can't get it. And here come the Dragonflies. Nakamura in the lane. Wow, that was something. That was what we call Musukashi, but he's unable to make it. Choi all the way, hangs in the air. Get tough play. That's what they need to do. They need to try and get more buckets in transition. KCC Egis cutting it down to a 19-point ball game. Evans with a hand in his face. He'll fire three and again. Nothing but net. Tough play by Dwayne Evans. Well, when you talk about a very experienced basketball player, Dwayne Evans, having played in the Final Four of the Basketball Champions League in Europe back in 2018, his head coach was the Chiba Jets head coach, John Patrick, for Ludwigsburg. Now Thompson missing from the mid-range. You can see the confidence just dwindling here from KCC Egis. Now Blackshear will pull up for a three. Wide open, but a little too short. And here come KCC Egis. Can they fire here? Something in transition. Well, Lee Sun-young trying to back in. Use a post move, goes up. That's a good move, but he's unable to connect. That's something they need. Mitani in the lane, finishes with a finger roll. Well, that case there, Mitani was coming. You knew somebody's got to try and block him, but nobody made any effort. And that's the defense we're talking about. Somebody's got to take responsibility. Somebody's got to step up. Lee trying to go pick and roll with Thompson. Hayo penetrates, pulls up from 15. Bank isn't open. Well, now Evans, invitation wide open, but that's off the front iron. Mitani saves it, but Lee comes up with a steal. Now, can they get something quick? Here comes Choi. Oh, what a pass, finds Lee. Oh, why did he pass it? Well, he's got to take that one. Well, that was a wide open layup, and again, he gave up a free lunch. Ten on the shot clock. Evans goes behind the back. Time winding down. Mitani's got to shoot this one, but Evans, he'll take another three. This time he'll make it. Lead now extending to 27 points for the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Choi's only made 1 3 tonight. It's on target, but he's unable to hit this one. Dragonflies have numbers. Evans finds Mitani, pump fakes, draws a foul. Oh, baby! Muzukashi! That was difficult, but somehow, someway, Mitani. Wow, what on God's green earth did we just witness? There's the pump fake on the ground. I like to call that the Muzukashi shot. That is way too difficult. I don't know if he practices that one, but Mitani said, well, I think that's got everybody in all right, and even Kyle Milling is smiling. Incredible. Mitani now can make it a 30-point ball game as he converts a three-point play. Well, Kamisawa coming back into the game. Well, they've spared his minutes today here, but for sure he's going to find some confidence and try to get things going from the perimeter. Another shot off the dribble, and again, another one. That's a second and one three-pointer. I tell you what I like about that shot is how quickly he came off the screen and how quickly he got his feet set. Well, young players, if you want to be a pro basketball player, number one, if you're a shooter, you got to know how to read screens. But number two, you've got to get your feet set to get into a quick release. And I tell you what, he did that one to perfection. Another 4-point play converted, back to a 26-point ball game. Yamazaki finding Evans. Evans in ISO mode. Finds Kawata-san, goes up. Choi gets a foul. Choi's gonna get teed up. Wow. Choi's protest, excuse me. That's a problem for him. I wondered, did he pick up a foul and did he also pick up a tee, which means that's it, he's out of the game. Choi's done, yeah. So Choi was on 3 fouls, picked up a 4th one, and then out of protest, picked up a technical, so his night is finished. That is gonna be a big monumental loss here for KCC Egis. Well, it's just going from bad to worse at the moment now for KCC Egis. Well, now they've got to find a way to try and compete here without probably one of their best offensive players. So Kawata will go to the free throw line. Chilidze Nafawe, of course, has played the entirety of his career in Japan, originally from Johannesburg, South Africa. He played at the University, or New Mexico State, excuse me, and started his pro career in 2015 with the Kumamoto Voltas. Well, he's also played for the Sendai 89ers, the Fukushima Fire Bonds. This is now his second time playing for Hiroshima. Now, one team he played for was the most historic team, Niigata Albirex in the north of Japan. That's going to be a two-pointer, foot on the line. Doesn't connect. Evans' offensive rebound. The putback is good. And now it's back to a 30-point ball game for the Dragonflies. Well, now it's survival mode, and they've got to play for pride, KCC Egis. No Choi on the floor. There's a pick and roll. Lee pulls up from 15, goes off the backboard, and that's open. Well, Lee so far, he's got to find ways to try and stay in this game. Pick and roll with Evans. Back out to Yamazaki, pump fakes. 7 here on the shot clock. Throws the lob up to Kawata, and again, he's able to finish, no problem. Well, it's going to be a tough finish here for KCC Egis. Nakamura trying to put pressure against Lee. Lee made his last one. This one's way off the mark. Takuto Nakamura just stumbles to the ground. Looks like he's going to be okay. 3:30 now here in the third quarter. Evans bumps, goes up, gets the and one, and he's going back to the free throw line. Dwayne Evans, 22 points this evening. Well, 21, excuse me.
First foul number 1. 14 fouls for KCC.
Well, another foul has been committed against the Dragonflies. Again, this is where KCC Egis, they can work on a lot of things right now, because without the likes of Choi Jung-yo in the game, now you got players with a chance to try and build some confidence, to build some esteem in their play. Lee goes for a quick three. There, right there, case in point. But they've got to do it together. This team is going to defend their championship next season in the Korean Basketball League, the KBL. Other players need to make sure they step up, but an offensive foul is going to be called against Evans. Quite a costly error there for the Dragonflies. It's still a 30-point ball game at the moment. 3 minutes here in the third quarter. Thompson now faces up, mid-range. 15 feet, tucks that one away. And another good chance of him. He's got to try and get to 20 points tonight. The 2 times he played against the Dragonflies in the B-League this season when he was with the Brave Warriors, he struggled. But now he's got to put that behind him. Evans down the middle. Nowhere to go here. Now Roberts, 5 seconds here. Roberts penetrates, avoids the block, goes in, can't get it. Nafawe goes in, throws it down. Kawata-san with the rebound. Lee penetrates. Trying to go in the corner. Now we're under 10 here on the shot clock. Foul's gonna be called against, well, another T's gonna be called against Yamazaki. And I think what's happened, it's gone both ways. One technical was called against Choi, now another one against Yamazaki. I think what the officials are saying, listen, we don't want any reaction from the calls. Play the game. Some change coming in now for the Dragonflies. Yamazaki will go to the bench. He'll take a breather. So Riki Takeuchi comes into the game. Well, another three goes flying. Nafawe gets a rebound. Now we're under 2 minutes here in the third quarter. Dragonflies still leading. Finding Evans. Trying to work a pick and roll with Nafawe. Oh my goodness! Oh, Machide! Sugoi, I cannot believe it. Evans. Well, that's good night. That is Ayasu Minasai. That's a nice penetration. He's able to finish this one. And again, it's about building confidence. As Yo Junhyung gets a layup, standing at 200 centimeters. It's roughly 6'7". But now defensively, it's finding victories within the battle now for KCC, and that's good defense. Now they try to double team Evans. And that's the pride we talk about for KCC Egis. Trying to make things difficult. 5 seconds left here on the shot clock for Hiroshima. Evans now into the shot clock. Oh, good defense. And that's going to be a 24-second violation. Again, that's a plus. It's a positive sign for KCC Egis. Anytime you can force this team across the 24-second shot clock, that's what you've got to build on. Now, I think the officials are going to still go with the 24-second violation. Well, the mid-range no good by Thompson. Well, offensively, they've got to try and build up something better. Now, if Kamisawa goes quickly, a 2-for-1 could be on the card here. Well, jump ball's going to be called, so KCC Egis will get this one back. 32.2 left here in the third quarter. They went out for the double team, but he stumbled to the ground. And Thompson's very smart here because he doesn't wrap his arms around him because he knows he's going to get called for a foul. So he kind of just waited for that one to turn into a jump ball. Lee coming off one screen. He's been on fire again. This guy's cooking it up at the moment. Well, he's leading the way. He's got 14 points so far this evening. And he has had a couple of and one three-pointers. Now we're into 10. Roberts almost throws it away, but he keeps it alive in the corner. Kamisawa, Sam, one more time, but he doesn't get it. Well, they throw this one up. Almost got it off the backboard, but had Kamisawa-san made that three-pointer, that would have been the third consecutive quarter in a row where the Dragonflies would have got the final shot. But that is the end of the third. It's a 26-point lead to the champions of the Japanese B-League. Well, we're going to take a look at the statistics momentarily, but basketball fans, if you're watching, please give this live YouTube stream on FIBA a like and also subscribe to FIBA on YouTube. Make sure you follow BCL Asia on Instagram. Well, Dragonflies, 10 out of 17 from the perimeter. They hit 17 three-pointers yesterday, 7 so far coming from KCC Egis. But for them, final 10 minutes, it's about pride. Well, now we're going to take a look at some of the key replays. The three-pointer come from Deon Thompson. That's how they began the third quarter. Thompson, of course, much better production today. He's got 12 points. He does have 3 fouls, but look at this by Nakamura. One hand goes in all the way. Unstoppable. Well, Takuto Nakamura, in my mind, he was the player in the backcourt that helped the Dragonflies win the B-League championship when he had to go up against the likes of Ruichi Kishimoto and the Golden Kings. From Mitani down the middle. Defensively, nobody coming out to stop him, but Dwayne Evans, 2 3-pointers so far here in the third quarter. He's been their top scorer. 24 points tonight for Dwayne Evans. Well, the mid-range shot, of course, off the backboard. And there was another 3-pointer by Lee Gyun-hui. Well, we get another message. Nihon no basketball fan no minasan, konnichiwa. Instagram de BCL Asia o follow shite kudasai. Follow BCL Asia on Instagram today, please. It's Kerry Blackshear finding Kamisawa-san. Patient passing from the Dragonflies. Roberts pulls up from 15. Easily tucks this one away. Kane Roberts. That mid-range is quite unguardable, if you ask me. 6 points tonight for Roberts. Well, it's going to be a backcourt violation. No, oh yeah. I felt that it almost took a deflection. Well, Blackshear finding Kamisawa. Roberts, corner, 3 is up. This kid is only 21 years old. Well, he started with the Tokyo Earthrens in B2. Then he went to play NCAA for Stony Brook. And now he signed up with the Dragonflies this season. And he's already a B-League champion. Kane Roberts, we could very well see him competing with Yuki Tagashi and Kawamura for a point guard spot with Tom Havasa's national team. The future of Japanese basketball is bright. And Kane Roberts, he could very well be a part of those plans. Well, another 3 goes up, and that might be a solar eclipse, a rare solar eclipse. A missed 3-pointer by Kamisawa. Blackshear spins. Nafawi goes up, throws it down with one hand. Chili time. Kawata-san, 12 points. Boy, you go in the paint, you find Chili. It's only one outcome. 3 in the corners tucked away, and already 17 points here tonight for Lee. Well, Lee Gyun-hui, it's quite an accolade for him to take away. He shot the ball so well from the 3-point line. It's Kerry Blackshear Jr. He's going to go to the free throw line. Well, Kerry Blackshear, prior to coming to Japan, was playing in Turkey for Galatasaray. He made a great impact that season when they played in the Basketball Champions League, but former University of Florida Gator, joined Hiroshima last season. Well, Blackshear's going to go to the bench. It's a provisional substitution. So Keijiro Mitane. Remember, Mitane had the Muzukashi shot in the first half where he fell to the ground and got the and one. Another penetration. A foul's going to be called for a reach. The foul is on Mitane. Now the foul's on the ground, so no free throws coming up here for KCC. Well, I don't think that is on Mitane. Wow, what a legendary basketball coach. He was a professional back in his day when he played in France. And he coached one of the most historic teams in France back in 2017, CSP Limoges. And already split a championship to Hiroshima. Thompson under the basket, follows up. He goes to 14 points. Now officially, it's the most points Deon Thompson's ever scored against the Dragonflies. Kamisawa, they go under the screen. They pay the price. Kamisawa, Ichi ni san kudasai. There's a pick and roll. Thompson kicks this one out. This is good execution. Can they get the three? That might be the best play KCC Egis has executed here at the BCL Asia. Went to a pick and roll, found Thompson, then he kicked it out of the corner for the wide open three. Plays like that, they've got to keep on going though. Roberts coming off one screen. Now Kamisawa, another three, hand in his face. Are you kidding me? Kamisawa-san. Well, who is the best three-point shooter in Japan? Is it Togashi, Kawamura, Kishimoto? Maybe it's Kamisawa right now. Thompson now, 16 points for KCC Egis. With the three-point shooting, it has been absolutely incredible at the moment. Well, another three goes flat again. It's raining in. Nobody's missing right now. Everybody's getting in on the action. Lee penetrates, avoids the block. That's a tough, tough play. Well, Nafawe didn't want to go for the block, but still a very good finish. Roberts hesitates, crosses over. Nice move, but he's unable to hit this one. Kane Roberts, born in Kanagawa. Well, Kane Roberts. Surely that's a charge. No, they've called a foul. Now, it's not a foul on Roberts. There was a push on the side. Here's a replay. Now watch. Great job by Kane Roberts. The foul is going to be called against, I believe. It's on Takeuchi. Oh, no. Yeah, it's on Takeuchi, I believe. Well, the free throws have been made. Makes them both. As Kim Dong-hyun makes both of them. 5:30 to go here in the fourth quarter. 30-point ball game. The champions of the Korean Basketball League. You got to give them credit here in the fourth quarter. They've kept on playing. Kawata goes in. Kawata-san gets the and one. And he'll go to the free throw line. Lee Sun-hyung may have just taken a shot to the face, and hopefully he's okay. I think he's going to be okay, but let's have a look at the replay. Right there, the elbow. That looks painful. The elbow went right to the face, and I just wonder if the officials will review this, but a timeout's been called by KCC Egis. Now, the KCC Egis coaching staff, they're talking with the referees. They're saying that should be an offensive foul. I think they've got a case there. Now, Chili Nafawe Kawata, he hasn't gone in with any malicious intent. He's just doing what he usually does. But the elbow does hit the face. I think that it's going to stay the same. I think Kawata-san's going to go to the free throw line. Well, if you are Coach Kyle Milling, you got to think the game pretty much is done and dusted. 5:21, you're leading by 32 points. You probably want to put in as many players who don't see as much court time. So now you can see Nafawe's going to come back on the court along with Kamisawa, I believe. So this is a good opportunity for some of the rotation players to get some good minutes. Well, Ryo Watanabe is also coming on the floor, 24 years of age. So he'll get some good play time along with Keijiro. I want to call Mitane Muzukashi Mitani-san after that incredible and one he got in the first half. Nafawe's unable to make the free throw. foul's going to be called off the ball. Lee's on fire right now. Lee doesn't look like he's going to miss a three. Right now, 5:13, this is what he wants to do. You know, many Japanese basketball fans will be familiar with the team Utsunomiya Breaks, and they have, in my mind, one of the best three-point shooters, not only in Japan, but in the whole of international basketball, Makoto Hiroshima. And what I like about Hiroshima is he knows how to run away from his defender. Right now, you're seeing very similar from Lee. Catch and shoot. That's just like Makoto Hiroshima. He read the screen, he got open, and he fired the three-pointer. 20 points for Lee. Right now, I'd like to see a three-point shootout with Lee and Makoto Hiroshima. Somebody get him on a flight here to Dubai. Turnover now. What do we have here? It's going to finish this one, make it a 27-point ball game. A 5-0 run at the moment now for KCC Egis. Watanabe now penetrates, tries to go off the backboard. Doesn't quite get the right angle. You talk about playing for pride. Can KCC Egis try to cut it down to 20? They've got to take some positives from this fourth quarter going into the next game. Oh, what a rejection! Well, just said, not in my house. Musukashi Mitane. Another shot goes flying, unable to get it. Well, Seishin Yokochi's also coming into the game for the Dragonflies, and a chance for him to get some good minutes. Well, if you're KCC Egis, you want to find Lee right now. It's Lee Sun Young. He's unable to hit the mid-range. 3:30 to go now. It's Watanabe trying to run around the ball screen. Finding Takeuchi. Now we're in the 10 here on the shot clock. Mitani kicks out. Finds Watanabe. He fires a three. That's no good, but Nafawe gets the offensive rebound. Well, Kawata-san went for the mid-range. He was unable to hit that one. Now finding Lee. Lee's got the confidence. Nice pick and roll with Lee Sun Young. This is good ball movement. Well, they get a wide open look. It's good execution. And I have no problems with that offense. They built that one together. Kochi just trying to slow down the tempo. No need to rush anything here for the Dragonflies. Takeuchi fires a three-pointer. Nafawe getting another offensive rebound. Now Yokochi for three, and again. Oh my goodness! Seishin Yokochi. Nama nan desu ka? Watashi no namae wa Yokochi-san. Well, Watanabe's going to get called for the foul. So we'll be a sideline ball to KCC Egis. Well, Mitani's going to get called for the foul. Now they are in the penalty, so free throws coming up here for KCC Egis. Well, Kim Dong-young currently at the free throw line. Very young prospect, only 22 years of age, and we are most likely going to see him a part of the Korean national team plans for the upcoming FIBA Asia Cup qualifiers. Of course, many Korean basketball fans will know the one player they got into the NBA was back in 2004, Ha Seung-jin. Played briefly for the Portland Trail Blazers, but then finished his career playing in the Korean Basketball League. It's about building for the future. The defending champions, KCC Egis. Right now, being challenged here, Takeuchi. That's going to be an offensive foul, an illegal screen set by Chili Nafawe. Kawata-san gets called for this one.
Foul number 15 is third personal.
Just under 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Dragonflies, they'll go 2-0 tonight. Remember, both Pelita Jaya and Gorgon in the same group. They'll play later. Gorgon, of course, having a very emphatic victory led by Joe Young and Will Cherry yesterday against KCC Egis. Well, 21 points tonight for Lee, and that's going to be a big positive for him. What I like about this young man is just his movement when he doesn't have the ball in his hands. How he gets open, how he gets his feet set for a perimeter shot. Let me tell you, I'm going to put him in the same cards as Makoto Hiyajima for being a great three-point shooter. Takeuchi now, hand his face, fires a three. That one's a little too short. Now we're into 90 seconds. Kim Doan, he'll go at Kosakop. Nice move, but he's unable to finish. Foul's gonna be called. This one's against Lee Ju-young.
Number 10 is first personal. Third team foul.
Watanabe now. Pump fakes. Tries a three. Well, you could have Yuta Watanabe or you could have Ryo Watanabe. They're both left-handed and they both make three-pointers. It's Watanabe coming off the bench, makes a three-pointer. That's a pump fake. No foul called. Well, final 45 seconds to go. It's been a dominant display here. On the far wing, surely not. Well, that would have been something. I don't think Chile the Farway's made any threes this season in the B-League. But now Lee off the dribble. On target, he's unable to make it. 4 seconds difference between game and shot clock here for the Dragonflies. What a game it's been for the champions of the Japanese B-League. And they will now go 2-0 here in the Dubai 2024 BCL Asia. Kochi pump fakes. He'll go to the free throw line.
Number 5 is first personal.
Sensation Yakochi, 22 years of age, stands at 192 centimeters. He's also part of the Japanese 3x3, FIBA 3x3 team. Represented the Akatsuki's 5 at many youth national games. That will do it, basketball fans. Well, again, to all of our fans in Korea, 감사합니다, and to all of our fans in Japan, arigato gozaimasu for joining us at the end of this game. The champions of the Japanese B-League, the Hiroshima Dragonflies, they win 107 against the champions of the Korean Basketball League, KCC Egis. Well, there you have it. Kerry Blackshear Jr., what a game he had this evening. He was simply terrific. A positive hit for Dion Thompson, 16 points. The most points he's ever scored against the Dragonflies when he did play in the B-League. What a game, of course, from Blackshear Jr. He'll take the accolades. Shogo Asayama giving him a high five. And your Huawei player of the game, Kerry Blackshear Jr. Phenomenal game for Kerry Blackshear, but collectively, a big performance from the Hiroshima Dragonflies. Kane Roberts, born in Kanagawa, but now is making himself in the city of Hiroshima. Unbelievable game tonight from the champions of the B-League. Well, momentarily, we are going to take a look at the statistics from this game, and became a three-point buffet, a cookout here from the Dragonflies this evening. They were simply terrific. Well, they only made one less three-pointer from yesterday, but, you know, KCC Egis making 10 three-pointers, that's an accolade for them to take away. Short-handed, but losing the rebound count. 10 offensive boards, 40 in total for the Dragonflies. Well, Evans did lead the way with 24. Blackshear Jr. got the Player of the Game award. Lee was their top scorer. Well, it's not over from here. Another game going on later between Shidari and Gorgon and, of course, Pelita Jaya. So please make sure you join us for that game. We are now going to meet with the head coaches. And there is your Huawei Player Player of the game, Kerry Blackshear Jr. Congratulations. Phenomenal performance. Well, basketball fans, we're going to go head to the press conference. We'll meet with both coaches and both teams. We're going to leave you with the highlights. But for now, of course, goodbye, and we'll see you for the next game.